Heya, I'm Meerkat, and welcome to the basics of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This video is intended for beginners, like those who have never touched a Switch controller in their life, or for those who are unfamiliar with the fighting game setting. This is intended for people who just want to learn the basics. This is for everyone, competitive and casuals included. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Instead of health bars, Smash Bros. Uses percentages. And when you take damage, that percentage goes up. The more damage you take, the further you'll fly from attacks. Your main objective is to hit your opponent off of the screen and score a kill. All characters can run left and right by quickly tapping the analog stick in the direction that you want to run. Obviously, some characters can run faster than others. Tilt the control stick very slightly and you'll start walking instead of running. And the gentler you move the analog stick, the slower the character will move. All characters can crouch, and some can even crawl. Every character has two types of jumps: a full hop and a short hop. You can full hop by holding the jump button, and you can short hop by lightly tapping it or pressing two jump buttons at the same time. Every character has a jump in midair, and once you use it, you can't get it back until you touch the ground or grab a ledge. Some characters have multiple jumps in the air, and each of them are shorter than the normal double jump. While on the ground, you can jab by pressing A. If you tap the analog stick to run and press A, you will do a dash attack. If you gently tilt the analog stick and press A, you will do a tilt attack. This works in three directions: forward, up, and down. By simultaneously tapping the analog stick and pressing A, you'll do a smash attack. Smash attacks are chargeable attacks that do a ton more damage and are meant for killing. Just like tilts, it can be performed forward, up, and down. Every character has 5 different aerial attacks. If you press A without any analog stick input, you will do a neutral aerial. And by holding a direction, you can do an up air, forward air, back air, and down air. Most characters' aerials are meant to start and extend combos, which in a platform fighter like Smash, it's the lifeblood of the game. So it's important to not be shy of using your aerials because they're probably the most important part of your kit. Most characters have 4 special moves. Each can be performed by holding a direction and pressing B. Neutral B, side B, up B, and down B. The many forms of specials include ones that function like an extra attack, counters to call out your opponents, projectiles to hit them at a distance, reflectors to say no you, command grabs to just yoink them, recovery tools that boost you back toward the stage, buffing your character's stats, moves that are straight up meant to get kills. And it's not just these. There are many more ways to utilize your special moves, and I encourage you to pick your favorite character, hop into the training room, and just experiment. Find out what each move does. For example, most characters' up Bs are meant for recovery, but you don't need to just use up B to recover. A lot of other characters can use other special moves to recover. Let's look at Wario. Wario has his up B to recover, but it's pretty limited in how far it can travel, both vertically and horizontally. But he does have other resources like his bike, his side B. And on top of that, he also has Waft, his down B, which gives him even more height than his up B. And this is just one of many characters that can use multiple of their resources to get back to the ledge safely. Every character can shield, and that's just by design. If you can't block a hit, what's the point? Every character also has the same amount of durability on their shield. As you keep shielding, the durability wears down and the shield gets smaller. You can block almost every attack, and every attack that you do block, the shield will get smaller. When you aren't shielding, it will gradually regenerate over time. If your shield takes too much damage, then it will break, and it will leave you stunned and vulnerable. There is a counter to shields, which is grabbing. There are short-ranged grabs and long-ranged grabs. You can grab your opponent right through their shield, and you have a couple options there. You can pummel them for more damage, or you can throw them. You can throw them upward, downward, in front, and behind. Your throws are more often than not amazing combo starters, because it puts your opponent in a perfect position to get hit by an aerial, which can rack up a lot of damage at lower percents. If you've been grabbed, you can escape it by mashing button inputs. It doesn't matter what buttons, anything works, including analog stick inputs. You can mash out of a lot of things that stun you, including getting buried, getting dizzy, getting your shield broken, and falling asleep. You can also counter grabs by dodging. You can dodge in place by holding shield and pressing down. And you can roll dodge by holding shield and moving left or right. You can also dodge while airborne by pressing shield in the air. All of these dodges grant you intangibility, which is a state in which your character cannot get hit by anything. And that means anything. Grabs, attacks, anything. But this is only for a brief time, because when the dodge is done, you can still get hit. At some point, whether you like it or not, you're going to get hit off stage. And you know that if you go too far away from the stage, you're going to lose a life. So it is top priority in that moment to get back to the stage. Let's say, hypothetically, you're off stage. It is important that you do not panic. Most of the time, when new players are off stage, they just button mash and hope for the best. And I can tell you right now, it's not very effective. Your goal is no longer to hit the opponent, it is now to grab the ledge. Every character has resources to grab the ledge. Usually either double jump and up B. But you can also recover using an air dodge as a mix-up. By the way, there are only 2 characters whose up Bs are kind of useless, which are Yoshi and Jigglypuff. Yoshi does this egg throw projectile thing, but it's not really used for recovery, and Jigglypuff just sings and can put other players to sleep. But then their recoveries are so oppressive in other ways that it doesn't really matter that their up Bs are bad. Yoshi has this really tall double jump that can tank most hits, and Jigglypuff just has 7 jumps, plus an air dodge. When you do grab the ledge, you will be given a little bit of intangibility, but it runs out after a while, so you'll need to get up really quick. Your get up options on the ledge are neutral get up, attack get up, jump get up, and roll get up. But you also have the option to drop off the ledge and do something else. Keep in mind that when you do choose to drop off the ledge, your intangibility does not refresh, so be aware. If your opponent grabs onto the ledge that you are holding, it will force you off the ledge, and you do not get your intangibility back. So once again, once you grab the ledge, try to pick an option to escape your opponent. Your character grabs ledges automatically, but what if you don't want to grab the ledge? Well, you can bypass the ledge by doing an air dodge or an attack. This is useful for if you want to bait your opponent into thinking that you're grabbing the ledge, but in reality, you're going past it and grabbing it later. In addition, half of the cast can wall jump. To perform a wall jump, you must jump into a wall, and then tap the analog stick away from the wall. Boom, wall jump. A wall jump is useful to gain extra height, or simply a recovery mix-up. If your opponent is recovering, don't be afraid to try and hit the ledge with a low poking attack, or even go off the ledge and guard with an aerial. Any way to get the kill works, just as long as you know what you're doing. When you get hit with a strong enough attack, you will be put in this state called Tumble. When you're put in Tumble, your character will start falling in a rotating animation. When you land on a surface, your character will collide with the ground and just lay on top of it. From there, you have a couple of options. You can roll to the left, right, stand up, or do an attack get up. To avoid this animation where your character lands on the floor, right before you hit a surface, you can press the shield button and do a tech. Teching can only be done when you're in a tumble hit stun state, and it will give you a little bit of intangibility when colliding with any surface, including walls and ceilings. When teching a floor, you can tech in place, or you can tech roll to the left, or to the right. A niche mechanic in Smash is that you can jump on all your opponent's heads. This mechanic is also referred to as a footstool. Footstools can be used to interrupt your opponent's movement, such as running and jumping. If you footstool an aerial opponent, it'll send them into Tumble, which means that footstools can also be teched. You are not able to footstool someone who is doing an attack, special, or is currently shielding. And in that case, if you jump on their head, the game will make a compromise. They will not get footstooled, but you will still gain the height from a footstool. This is referred to as a phantom footstool. If you footstool someone, it does not count toward your double jump. If you have not used your double jump and you footstool someone, you can still use it. Well, now that we're at the end of the video, let's say that I hope you all learned some things, and I really hope you'll take a chance to try out Smash, and just have fun with your friends. And until next time, thank you for watching.